Jake Oettinger puts on a goaltending clinic as he stops 33 of 34 and goes perfect in the shootout as the Stars take down the Avs 2-1.
You're Locked On Stars, your daily podcast on the Dallas Stars. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Howdy, Stars fans. I'm Joey Erickson, Ford producer of 105 Through the Fan. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. Another classic to add to the rivalry that is the Dallas Stars and Colorado Avalanche as the Stars come out on top by a final score of 2-1 in a shootout. All three games so far in the season series have gone to a shootout. And ironically enough, the team that was better in regulation ends up losing all three of these meetings as well. But the Stars certainly do not care. They pick up a big extra point and now are within 2 points of the Colorado Avalanche for the number one seed in the Central Division. Speaking of that, as a Stars fan, do you want Dallas to get the number one overall seed? Because that probably means they win the President's Trophy. Do you want that curse? We're going to discuss that on today's show, as well as Tyler Myers and Nils Lundkvist. Those are probably two of the bigger question marks I have about the Stars blue line, and I thought they looked rather good tonight against Colorado. So I want to talk about those two individuals as well. But we have to get into Jake Oettinger, who put on a clinic in net for the Dallas Stars. Absolutely the best player on the ice for Dallas tonight. He stops 33 of 34, and he goes perfect in the shootout against Valeri Nichushkin, Marty Necas, and Nathan MacKinnon. He was phenomenal. And I said it a few weeks ago. I have always rode Jake Oettinger. I've always been on his back, ready to ride him into the sunset with the Dallas Stars. But we talked about it on this show. He has to start performing like a number one. There are people out there that don't believe he is capable of playing to the level the Stars need him to play at to win a Stanley Cup. But it's games like that that should give you confidence if you're a Stars fan, or maybe you're a little out on Jake Oettinger, because I know the numbers are not great. And I've said it. He has to play like a number one. And tonight he did. He was phenomenal. The save he made on Nathan MacKinnon in that second period was marvelous. Getting over to his left, the puck that ends up in his sleeve was phenomenal. Just made some high IQ plays. There was a play on the power play in the third period that he got a paddle on a cross crease pass. He also made the paddle play on MacKinnon to knock the puck off his blade, and was just excellent. Made a huge stop on Marty Necas in overtime. Made a save on MacKinnon, I believe, as well, coming down the right side. Just came up with big save after big save. And Dallas was taking on a lot of water in this game. I'm not here to tell you the Stars were the better team. They certainly weren't. They were getting doubled up in shots for most of the night. Although the chances were close about halfway through the game, you could see the talent was just overwhelming for Colorado. They're outmatched. Look, the Stars are missing one of their best centers, their best player overall, and some guys that are good role players that can help you win faceoffs, like Braddock Fox says. So the talent for the Avalanche is clear, and there's a heavy advantage. And you look at the chances in the game, it was 29 to 19 for the Avs at 5-on-5. High danger was 12 to 10 in favor of Colorado. The Stars just didn't have the puck much in this game, and they had to defend so much. By the time they got the puck out of the zone, all they could really do was get the puck in deep and get on, and then get to the bench for a change to get fresh legs on the ice. The only line that really did anything was Wyatt Johnston and Robo. Even Bork had some plays here and there, but it was just that line that had to carry the majority of the load to really muster up anything. It felt like Robo, he had so many good looks in the game. He missed the net too much tonight, though. He had one good chance late in the first. He missed the net. Wedgie seems to be in his head. For the first 5 meetings between him and Wedgwood, it felt like Robo had Wedgie's number. But since then, it's been Wedgie who denied him in the shootout as well. But Robo was great tonight. Even though he missed some chances, he did score the lone goal in regulation for Dallas. I should add that as well, since I'm dogging him for missing the net. He didn't miss the net on his chance. That was all started by a nice transition play by Dallas. Bastian actually hit the post. It came right to Robo. Wedgie almost had an unreal stop. He got a paddle on it as he was sprawled out, but Robo was able to fire it home. To tie the game, and that was a massive goal for Dallas. They were on their heels and taking on water. They just couldn't win a draw either. Oh my Lord, they couldn't win a faceoff. Weirdly enough, not weirdly, but it felt like the few times that Dallas did have some pressure, it came off offensive zone faceoff wins, and they were able to get some shots through from the point and add some pressure that way. One of them ends up leading to a too many men bench minor on Colorado late in the third that the Stars were unable to capitalize on the night. But they just couldn't win a draw. Colorado was 57%. I don't think Dallas as well won a face-off on the PK, and that was a big problem on Colorado's first goal of the night, which was not a power play. I think that's the 4th power play goal Colorado scored against Dallas in the 3 games. And they're the 30th ranked power play. I didn't love the call on Jamie Benn, but if you're Dallas, you have to be able to kill it off. And they just got chasing around. It was really good puck movement by Colorado, and Dallas just got tired. Eventually, Makar rips it home. So that was sort of a tough blow to kind of start the night, because I thought Dallas actually had a decent start. It was a good competitive game. It was sticky. There wasn't a lot of room out there. And then Colorado just continued to get better and better as the game went along. I mean, they outshot Dallas 34-18 on the night. They go 1 for 2 on the power play, but Dallas blocked a crap ton of shots. They blocked 20 shots on the night. So imagine if a few more got through on Otter. And I will say that about the Stars defense. Although they were taking on water, they did do a decent job of limiting some of those high quality chances. They really kind of muddied the front of the net, sort of parking the bus situation and just blocking shots. And look, if you're going to defend that way, do it at a decently high level. And I actually thought they did that at a pretty high level. I thought there was really strong performances. I loved Myers and Bischel tonight. I thought that pairing was really strong. Even Lundkvist and Harley, I thought was really strong. Those pairs were excellent for the Stars. But when you have Jake Oettinger playing the way he did, you can hang in games, get points, and maybe steal a game you shouldn't have won. And that's been the case for both victories in Colorado this season, as Dallas takes it 2-1. Wyatt Johnston, the lone goal scorer in the skills competition. That was a beautiful little wrist shot up high. I don't think Wyatt's all that great in a shootout in terms of his numbers. I don't know if they've been that good this year, but that was a nice just snipe into the top corner. And then Otter finishes it off with a save on McKinnon, although I don't know if he got a piece of it. Either way, who cares? It's a victory. Stars take it 2-1. They're within 2 points of Colorado. The Avs still do have a game in hand, but there is one more meeting between these two sides. It's just been really fun games, all 3 of them. And as I stated, it feels like the better team throughout the regulation portion of the contest hasn't ended up winning. Stars dominated 3-on-3. That was an awesome overtime period, by the way. That was awesome. Dallas had so many looks. Like somebody has to end it. Just good stuff all the way around. I mean, Wedgie and Otter were just phenomenal. It was a good watch and a satisfying victory against a heated rival. Let's talk Lundqvist and Myers, because those are two key individuals for Dallas when we talk about playoff hockey. And I tried to watch them closely tonight as sort of an audition, if you will. Let's get into those two in just a moment. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by Robinhood. What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can put your sports IQ to work in real time with Robinhood prediction markets. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions live all game long. Use your sports knowledge in moments that matter. Robinhood prediction markets changes the game. It's people moving the action. So when momentum shifts, you can move it. I always knew the game, but never had a dynamic way to apply that knowledge. Now I can actually take part live in a market powered by people. You're no longer just a spectator. Play by play, you decide. Trade every play with Robinhood. Now available across the U.S. Download the Robinhood app now to begin. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk, and it's not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Hey, Locked On Stars fans, check out the NHL Everydayer Club. Use the code MARCH and you get 1 month free of the NHL Everydayer Club, which gets you access to Locked On Stars, an ad-free version of the podcast, and Locked On Stars Discord server. Check it out, lockedonstars.superguest.com. Everydayer Club. Use code MARCH, all capital letters, MARCH, for 1 month free. Oh, Nils Lundkvist, Tyler Myers. I just wanted to kind of hone in on these two specifically, because I thought this was a good test for both of them, and to kind of see how maybe they will fare in a game of this magnitude. It was heavy, it was physical, and had a playoff atmosphere in Ball Arena. And we'll start with Lundqvist, who I thought had a strong game. There was a few moments here and there. He wasn't particularly sharp, but it didn't cost Dallas. And there was some plays below his own goal line, not the most decisive of passes, that it ended up working out in his favor. I actually thought used his body well, wasn't out-muscled a ton, and was good along the walls. And in games like those, in games like these, just so much of it comes down to winning 50-50 battles along the boards. Like those are so important. Just those battles one-on-one and those scrums. Can you hit and pin a guy, wait for support? Can you defend without penalties? Can you usher opponents and use the boards to your favor, right? There's just so many of those little plays you have to be able to make. And I actually thought he performed very well. And with Harley as well, they were very connected and moved the puck well as a blue line, as a partner, as a combination, however you want to, throw it, however you want to put it out there. And he looked comfortable. It didn't look, the game didn't look too fast, or it didn't look like the game was too physical for him, which I think is important, because we have seen in the past, it just feels like the game was a little too much, a little by him. He ended up playing at 5-on-5, 17, 24. That's good stuff. Total he played 18-15. That's good. I mean, that's where you want to see Nils. I don't really expect him to get over the 20-minute mark, but that's a nice progression from years past, where in a game like this, he probably would have played closer to 12 or 13. I know it's a regular season game. but I thought he really held his own. And, scoring chances when he was on the ice, pretty even, 10-4, 12 against in all situations. I thought held his own. He didn't grade out very good, if I'm not mistaken. He actually graded out okay. 0.76, kind of middle of the pack in the game. Actually, I would say sort of top half. So that's a big win for me. It's actually a gigantic win because I feel like Dallas needs him to be a top 4 option, because right now Myers and Bichel are a great pair. They have just fit like a glove, those two. And Myers, in my opinion, is in a perfect spot to succeed in the lineup. And it would be really nice if Nils can continue this play, more specifically, come playoff time. That way, Dallas doesn't have to shuffle around the pairs or maybe shoehorn Myers into a top 4 role with Harley, although he may be able to play it based off what we've seen in a small sample size in Dallas. But Myers is comfortable right now with Bichel, and Lundqvist is comfortable with Harley. And yeah, that's what I hope the Stars can go in with confidence, if he continues to play that way. And he does give you some dynamic offensively. And if you get some more of that, he can be kind of an X factor come playoff time because of his mobility. And if maybe we see him with some more confidence and he can start to put some of that pressure on teams offensively, then you're really talking about a solid little pair with him and Harley. But it was nice to see him have a really nice game tonight. And that gets me to Myers. My verdict, I've kind of made a verdict. He's awesome. No, I really do. I think he's sweet. He is everything you kind of want in a sixth defenseman. So much size, his reach. He just broke up a couple of plays. Although he got beat in the game, he's just able to break up plays because of that reach, knock pucks off sticks, and just be a pest in some ways. Oh, and threw the body around, made a giant hit on Parker Kelly. There's a play behind a net where there was a little scrum. He goes in there, moves the pile, kicks the puck free, and then the Stars are able to exit out of their own zone. Also, like, really skilled with the puck. I thought he's made excellent decisions too. We haven't seen just like a plethora of turnovers. He's making good decisions. He's making simple plays. Him and Bichel together, just not a lot of room. They're blocking shots. They're playing physical. They are not giving opponents room. They're really doing everything you would want from two gigantic trees. And he is huge. Sometimes I just sit to myself watching a game chuckling because they're just massive human beings. And Myers skates well. I feel like he's overexceeded my expectations. And maybe some of that is because they were low, maybe. And again, like, they played 14 and a half minutes. Myers and Bichel did. And I thought they were strong. And I know, again, like, some of the numbers aren't that beautiful, I feel like, but Myers actually graded out pretty good in the game. And so did, to be fair, so did Liam Bichel. So like that is a strong third pair. Kind of a pair I wish Dallas would have had over the last couple of seasons going in. Right? I think that's fair to say. Myers is he's an upgrade over Petrovic. He absolutely is. And, I think when I talked about the trade, I thought, well, it's better. It's a better option than Petrovic by like a slight margin. I think there's maybe some more room there. I really do. So heck yeah, that was again. And Colorado's a fast team and can provide some issues, and held his own. I probably shouldn't be shocked. He's 36. He's played so many games in the NHL, and he's in a good system. The Stars aren't asking him to play man-to-man coverage, so it probably suits his game a lot better. And yeah, that was awesome. Some good stuff from those two, and makes me have much more confidence and in the Stars blue line moving forward. Okay. Here's a question that sort of just popped in my head today, because for whatever reason, I didn't really put two and two together. I thought, if the Stars win the Central, that's just awesome. It looks like a better path. But if they win the Central, it means they're going to win the President's Trophy, essentially. Is that a curse? So do you want the Stars to get the 1 seed? Let me know. I'm going to discuss this topic after this. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by FanDuel. College basketball is nonstop. And yes, it begins later today. If you're listening to this podcast tonight, momentum swings every single night, from early tip-offs to late-night West Coast shootouts. There's always action on the board. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger potential wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. And those parlays, I'm sure, are going to be rocking, because we have the first weekend of March Madness. It does not get any better than this. Rivalry games, ranked matchups, whatever just fits your read. You can mix spreads, totals, player props, however you see the match or the slate playing out, boom. Then you can apply your profit boost and instantly bump up the potential payout. Go safe, go bold, ride with your team. You've been following all season. It's your parlay. It's your style, just now with more upside behind it. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com. FanDuel, play your game. Alrighty. This feels like a necessary topic to bring up because of the President's Trophy curse. It's been a while since the top team in the regular season has won a Stanley Cup. And I believe the last team to win the President's Trophy and a Stanley Cup, was it the Washington Capitals? I could be wrong about that. Let me look it up real quick on the Googles. It was the Blackhawks, pardon me. The 2012-2013 Blackhawks. And I think that was that the shortened season? I believe that was a shortened season because they went like 27 something and won. It was incredible. Incredible team. So that was the last time the President's Trophy winners had won a Stanley Cup. And to be honest, this one's a double-edged sword, just because I guess in a lot of ways, even if the Stars did win, it doesn't make the path all that much easier. Right. Just because it may make the first round easier, but it won't make the second round any easier, because you're still going to have to play Minnesota or Colorado in the second round. So maybe it's all irrelevant, but I'm just curious, Stars fans, let me know in the comments. Do you want Dallas to get the Central Division title? Do you want them to get the 1 seed and the President's Trophy if it comes along with that? I'll be honest, I am worried about the President's Trophy curse. Maybe not so much with this Stars team, just due to the fact it's not like they've been going scorched earth the whole season. Colorado's a team that has been to another level, right? And that Boston team from 2-3 years ago, whatever it was, when they just buzzed their way through the entire year and didn't really go through any adversity. It feels different with a team like Dallas because of the injuries, the pieces that they are missing. So if they win the President's Trophy, it's like, it feels like they've actually earned it because it wasn't a walk in the park for 82 games. But I will say, for whatever reason, I am like, keep it as far away as possible from me. Although it'd be pretty neat if they do win it. I will say that. Also, I do think I will say this too. Like, I would like Dallas to win the Central. I do think it would be beneficial for Dallas to get the 1 seed because it creates a much easier matchup in round 1. And as we've seen the Stars over the last couple of years, just the gauntlet they go through, if they can win a series, that first round series in a 5 games or maybe 6, I think that really truly does matter. Instead of going through these 7-game slogs and really going through an absolute war between a Colorado or Minnesota in round 1, you have to expect maybe there's some injuries, some guys are banged up, and that just it takes energy out of you as as a whole, the overall tournament, if you will, that just takes energy out of you. And it feels like maybe that's left the Stars kind of limping their way in to the Western Conference Final. I will say the caveat is this is a brand new coach. It's a brand new coaching staff. Really sort of a new group, it feels like, a new approach to the game and how they're going to go about their business. So maybe I shouldn't have as many concerns or worries about just the style and the way Dallas will maybe get through the playoffs this year, as they've they've had some problems in the past. But playing a Seattle or Kings team would be nice, or San Jose even if they get in. That's just a massive advantage for Dallas to maybe get through a first round somewhat with ease. It's never easy, but to maybe get you some extra rest and just allows you to maybe just to start better, to start from a better base going into your second round against a Colorado or Minnesota. I guess either way, if you want to get to the Western Conference Final, you're going to have to play one of these teams. So some of it is irrelevant. So all that being said, I guess my point would be, yes, you win the Central. It's more than likely going to come with the President's Trophy curse. But you just deal with it, right? You just deal with it, and maybe Dallas is the one to shake it, potentially. So that's my thoughts on it. But I do know there are some people out there that are like, stay away from it. You don't want it. I'm curious if you are one of those. So let me know in the comments below. But as I've stated a couple times, this year feels like maybe it's always been every year, but specifically this season, just with Minnesota and Colorado, this feels like a particular nice year to if you're Dallas, to be like, oh, let's not play a Western Conference Final round 1 series. Like, if there's 1 year to do it, it's probably this time. Just maybe give yourself some ease. And, I could be saying that and the Stars get upset in the first round and then we all look stupid, which can happen. A couple of years ago, too, Stars played Seattle in the second round because the Kraken upset Colorado. So either way, you got to show up, as we all know. Okay. What a night. What a victory for Dallas. What a victory. These two teams, they're destined to meet. They are destined to meet again. And it'll just be a 7-game war again. They're really fun to watch. Just wait till it would be nice too when Dallas gets some guys back, then bring it on. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Alrighty, Stars fans, that's gonna do it for today's show. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Check out the Everyday Club. Use code MARCH. You get 1 month free. LockedOnStars.supercast.com. And we'll catch you on the next episode. So long.